Hello everyone and welcome back to Story Time. I'm Miss Cynthia and today I'm going to be sharing the story The Tooth Fairy Meets El Ratón Pérez by René Colato Lainez. Okay? And looking at the cover, it looks like we're going to have two main characters, the Tooth Fairy and El Ratón Pérez. Does anybody know what the Tooth Fairy's job is? Right, the Tooth Fairy's job is to collect teeth of little children that lose them, right? And what does she give us in return for our teeth? Right, good job, guys. She gives us money sometimes, or sometimes little prizes. Does anybody know what El Ratón Pérez's job is? Well, let's read our story and see if we can find out, okay? Miguelito wiggled and jiggled his loose tooth until one night it fell out. "Yay, mi diente, my tooth," he said, and put it under his pillow. Soon Miguelito was fast asleep. Far away in her castle, the Tooth Fairy read fan letters, counted coins, and searched for addresses. When she saw a star begin to twinkle in the sky, she rushed for her magic wand. "Fantastic! The signal," she said. "A new tooth." Meanwhile, in his cave, El Ratón Pérez rolled out his maps, practiced his lasso, and worked on his rocket ship. He looked at the moon and licked his whiskers. Then he saw the moonbeam. "Finally, the signal," he said. "A new diente." Tap, tap, tap. Cut! "Here is my tooth." Creep, creep, creep. "Leap! Aquí está mi diente." "Wow, una señorita bonita." "Who are you?" the Tooth Fairy asked. "I am El Ratón Pérez," he said, bowing. "I collect lost teeth from niños around the world." So it looks like they have the same job, right? Well, let's see what happens next. The Tooth Fairy smiled, shaking her wand. "I'm the Tooth Fairy, and here in the United States, I collect children's teeth." She tugged at the tooth. "No, no, no," said El Ratón Pérez, tugging back. "This is Miguelito's house, and I collected his papás, mamás, and his abuelito's teeth. Miguelito's tooth is mine." The Tooth Fairy grabbed the tooth from one side. El Ratón Pérez grabbed it from the other. They pulled and pushed and pushed and pulled. Oh no, what do you guys think is going to happen? Well, let's see. "Stop shoving your whiskers in my face." "Well, don't poke my nose with that funny stick." Whoosh! The tooth flew through the air. "Oh no, the tooth! Ay, caramba, el diente." Oh no, what do you guys think is going to happen? The Tooth Fairy flew to the closet. "Where is my tooth?" She hopped from hanger to hanger, lighting the way with her magic wand. El Ratón Pérez rushed to the floor below the dresser. He searched, sniffing from shoe to shoe. "¿Dónde está mi diente?" Who do you guys think is going to find it first? Let's see. Suddenly, they saw something sparkling high on a bookshelf. El Ratón Pérez jumped and pointed. "Mi diente is up there. I will get it." He launched his lasso at the shelf, but the rope was too short. He tried again and again, but it was no use. "Ay, caramba, I cannot reach mi diente," El Ratón Pérez said. Do you guys think the Tooth Fairy is going to get it? Well, let's see. The tooth will be mine, cheered the Tooth Fairy. She flew to the shelf and tried to push the books aside, but the books were too heavy. The space is too narrow for me. I will never reach my tooth, she said, flying back down to sit next to El Ratón Pérez. It is a beautiful tooth, the Tooth Fairy said with tears rolling down her face. Es un bello diente, El Ratón Pérez agreed with tears in his whiskers. I can squeeze into small places, but I cannot crawl up that high. Wait a minute, the Tooth Fairy said. Let's rescue our tooth together. I'll carry you up. See, he said, then I'll crawl between the books. Let's see if working together works out, right? El Ratón Pérez carefully perched on the Tooth Fairy's shoulder. Hold on, she cried. They flew up to the shelf together. I see our dientes, said El Ratón Pérez. Do you guys think it's going to work? Are they going to be able to get the tooth? Let's see. He helped the Tooth Fairy push aside the books. Then he squeezed in and triumphantly pulled up the tooth. Hooray, said the Tooth Fairy. Sí, viva, viva, cheered El Ratón Pérez. Let's share el diente, said El Ratón Pérez. I'm using mis dientes to build a rocket ship so I can visit the moon made of cheese. You can come with me. And after our trip, I can use the teeth from the rocket ship to build a sparkling castle, said the Tooth Fairy. Yes, they shouted, dancing around the tooth. The following morning, Miguelito found 2 shiny coins under his pillow with a note that said, From your amigos forever, the Tooth Fairy and El Ratón Pérez. The end. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this story. And again, it's called The Tooth Fairy Meets El Ratón Pérez by René Colato Lainez. Thank you so much for joining me. See you guys next time. Bye.